So in 1887, Jacob Rieger, who is my great-great-great-grandfather, founded Rieger Co. in Kansas City's West Bottoms neighborhood. In about 1900, his son, Alexander Rieger, took over and ran the company until Prohibition. And then 2 years after Prohibition, actually, the trademark expired and it just sat empty. And then it wasn't until 2014 that we finally got smart enough to want to do something different with our lives, and here we are today.
Relaunching this brand, Rieger Company, is completely surreal and 100% unexpected. When I restored the mural on the south wall of the Rieger Hotel, it was out of excitement for learning about the history about Rieger Co. We didn't know about the history of the whiskey company dating back to 1887. We didn't know that it started in the West Bottoms in Kansas City and then died with Prohibition in 1919. We discovered that along the way as we were doing the construction and working on branding the restaurant. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't at the time think I would love to bring back the whiskey, but I also didn't know how realistic of an opportunity that was. It was sort of a spark. You know, it started something, but to now be here with the distillery open and having Rieger Co. back in business is it's very surreal. That's the best way I can put it. In researching the kind of whiskey that was popular during the 1880s when the company was founded, it was very common back then for manufacturers to blend in sherry. Today, this art form is completely lost. Nobody does it. However, it's still on the books. It's still a legally regulated form of making American whiskey, but nobody does it. And to discover that we could potentially blend sherry into our whiskey was an amazing opportunity, in my opinion. Not only did it pay tribute to the brand from the 1880s, but it was also, by today's standards, new and innovative.
With America, you build a spirits brand mostly based on dark spirits, whiskey being one. And with that, we wanted to make sure that we had something that was very true to the pre-Prohibition brand. And so we came out with a pre-Prohibition whiskey style using the sherry. In doing so, we sort of created an entirely new category, which was very fitting to the pre-Prohibition brand. And so that was very important to us. Starting something from scratch, essentially, from the ground up, that you can actually build into a large-scale distillery isn't as common, nor is it going to be as common going forward. And that's really what we wanted to do. We wanted to take this company back to what it used to be before the pre-Prohibition years. And we feel like we're on the right track to do so in leading off with our Kansas City whiskey and then going into other spirits as we progress.
The number one cocktail I like to make with the Kansas City whiskey is called a horse feather. And the horse feather is pretty much a simple highball using our whiskey, ginger beer, a couple dashes of Angostura bitters, and a squeeze of lemon. It's super easy to make. So the Kansas City whiskey, it's got multiple layers. It kind of goes on and on. There's a lot going on in this whiskey. It's very complex, and it's a blend unlike any other.